Thursday the 9th, we're on lower body. We only have one part, 4, 5, or 6 rounds, that's your choice. We have 10 pause squats, 3 seconds is how long your pause is, 20 alternating front or walking lunges, 10 single leg bridges per leg, and 20 hamstring curls. Okay, so it goes 10, 20, 10, 20. Pause squats, pause, not pulse, pause squat. 1, 2, 3, stand. 1, 2, 3, stand. So you pause at the bottom. Alternating front or walking lunges. So if you have the space, walk your lunges. If you don't, step back, and you can add weight or not. Single leg bridges, the worst. I hate these. So you guys can't even get mad because I make myself do this stuff and then I give it to you. So I suffer first. Okay, one leg on the ground, one leg up in the air. Squeeze your butt and lift your hips down. Squeeze and lift, down. And then same thing on the other side. And lastly, hamstring curls. Put your weight. Find a way to get, this is the annoying part. Grab it, okay. Curl, curl, curl. Okay, so pause squats. So that means that when you get down, you are holding it for a count of 3 before standing up. So your normal, and you don't have to use weight with this, you can do no weight. But if you do use weight, you're gonna hold it like a goblet squat, like this. So your normal squat would look like this. Your pause squat looks like this. 1, 2, 3, stand. 1, 2, 3, stand. So again, make sure that you don't fold forward just because you're holding weight on your chest. Make sure you get that good pause. If you have to do a full sit, there is no such thing as a pause. If you have to do tap and go, that's fine. Just hold it. Make sure you don't actually sit into your pause. Front alternating or walking lunges. So we talked about lunges last week, how you want to have railroad feet, not tightrope feet. You want your toes, knees, hips, shoulders, everything pointing forward, and you want your knees to be bent almost 90 degree, 90 degree. Okay, both legs are bent. So like I said, if you have the space for it, you're gonna walk. So you're gonna walk, 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 walk. If you don't have the space, you're just gonna stand in place and hit, hit, hit. If you would like to make it more difficult, you're gonna hold a dumbbell in each hand while you walk, okay? You can do it however you want. You can stop, go, or you can carry your leg right through. Carry, 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 okay? Just depends on how you want to do it. Single leg bridges. So this is what I was saying. This is really difficult. I don't know why. I guess maybe it's because you never usually isolate your legs in this way. So typically when we isolate our legs, it's like you're standing on one leg or the other, or you're like jumping off one leg or the other. But this way, it's just so difficult because you feel like it should be easier and it's just not. Like, I don't know how to explain it other than when you do it, then you're gonna be like, oh, I know exactly what she's talking about. So one knee is bent, one is off the ground, and you're gonna lift and squeeze, okay? So I think the problem is, or what makes it feel difficult is, number one, the balance, but number two, I feel like it pulls, like, I feel like it's really noticeable, like on that side of your back. I think maybe that's part of it, which makes it suck. And like, of course, for me, it's much easier on my right side. My left side, I feel like gets tired much faster, and I notice much more that it's harder. So, and if for some reason you just like can't do it, or if it does feel too weird in a certain spot, like when I did this one, like I've done these before, but when I did this specific workout, I think it was like last week or 2 weeks ago, it was bothering my knee for some reason. So I just switched over to weighted bridges instead. So that was my option. So if the single one is just killing you for some reason, switch to something else. Now, your hamstring curls. So this one, which I say every time, is that it's going to be light, most likely. That's why there's so many. So there's 20 of them, okay? It's not alternating anything. It's just hamstring curls, but there's 20 of them because you have to lift the dumbbell with your feet. So the dumbbell is basically sitting in where your arches are on your shoes, and that's what's locking it in place. So as you can imagine, you can only lift so much doing that, and the heavier weight your dumbbell is, the bigger the dumbbell is. So the other problem is we're laying on the ground, okay? So if you do this exercise at a gym on a machine, you'll notice that it'll go flat and then it goes down, okay? So that gives you a greater range of motion, but we're on the floor, so we're just totally flat. So the problem there is that if the dumbbell's too big, it's gonna hit the floor before I'm done extending my legs. So again, it's gonna end up being probably feeling light, which is why we're doing so many. So lock it in with your shoes, get it in that spot between your arches. Okay, it's locked in. And then you're gonna curl up, so bring it up, and then you're gonna slow lower down. So I can go that far before my dumbbell hits the ground. That's pretty much extended. If your dumbbell was bigger, you might only get here. So look how much my leg is still bent. So that's why I'm saying you're gonna probably have to use a lighter weight than you are capable of, which is why you need to do a higher number of reps. You could even go higher. You could do 25 or 30 if you want. Okay, so 1, slow lower. 2, slow lower. This is another example of the down needs to be slower than the up. The down is what's gonna work the muscle and tear the muscle, not the up, the down, the release. I know the words are concentric and eccentric, but I honestly forgot which one means which, okay? So one of them means up, one of them means down. The down is always the most important part of your exercise, okay? So there you go. That is your hamstring curl. And that's that for Thursday. Almost done.